Now, the 2018 mine safety statistics paint a grim picture of the industry. 81 fatalities were reported in the mining industry, while in 2017, 90 deaths were recorded. Our reporter Aviwe Mtila attended that briefing with Minister Mantashe. Aviwe joins us now in studio. I mean, these numbers are incredibly shocking. Yes, we're seeing sort of a reasonable decline in the numbers, but still 81 deaths.
Yeah, still too many deaths in the industry. As you mentioned, it's a bit of a decline, but it's still too many. In 2017, we saw 90, and that was an increase from 2016, which was 73. But over the years, they have seen a significant number of decrease, if you judge by 2003, where there was about 270 deaths within the industry. But in the last recent years, we've seen a big shot up, and these deaths occur mostly in the gold sector, where you've seen in 2018 40 deaths within the gold sector. Of course, Sibanye-Stillwater, Sibanye Gold accounting for a majority of those deaths, for over 20 deaths in the industry.
Now, we often talk about mine safety versus, for example, the kinds of bonuses we're seeing mine bosses get at the end of every financial year. Surely some of those funds could be diverted to better mine safety programs, or is that being done already?
Well, that's one of the concerns that's brought about by the unions. AMCU, to be more specific, Joseph Matunjwa, saying that while Sibanye Gold wants to cut about 6,000 jobs, about 600 of those jobs could be saved just by Neil Froneman's salary, for example, the CEO's salary there. So that's one of the issues that you're seeing big mining bosses that are getting paid these exorbitant amounts, while the man on basically the miner on the ground is not even getting that much money, and his safety is safety is in concern. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, these miners are literally putting their lives on the line every single day, going underground. Did the minister say anything about how much money is invested in mine safety, and perhaps did he talk at all about the issue of more money being invested in mine safety?
Well, what was surprising to me is that with Gloria Mine happening at this very moment, we've seen over 13 deaths over there. We saw stats about fatalities this year, saying that it's a reduced number of fatalities. They have 5 fatalities so far this year. But nothing was mentioned about the illegal mining activities, for example, that has led to deaths in Gloria Mine, for example. They're saying that those are criminal elements that need to be dealt with criminally. Whereas you're seeing community members in an abandoned mine, a mine that was owned, for example, that's gone under business rescue now. So the community is seeing an opportunity, this abandoned mine, so they're going there, they basically getting copper to go sell, for example. So the minister came hard on the community, saying that those are criminal elements that need to be dealt with criminally.
So you talk about criminal elements, and there's a lot of discussion now around criminal charges being brought against mining bosses for these mining fatalities, but there is some criticism of taking that kind of hardline approach.
Of course, the minister there, Minister Mantashe, is saying that we shouldn't bring emotions into such incidents. Joseph Matunjwa...
That's a difficult ask if you're thinking about mine deaths and the families that those miners leave behind.
Of course, 81 deaths, that would mean if per person had 5 dependents, that's about 405 dependents that are basically lost their financial support. So the minister is urging both the industry as a whole, in fact, not to take a decision rationally and call for such drastic actions with emotion. He's saying that let's just calm down a bit and let's deal with these situations practically and not deal with them emotionally.
I still think that that's a bizarre statement to make, but nonetheless, what for you was sort of the final taking home point from this event that you were at now in terms of mining deaths?
Well, there were a lot of issues that arose from there. But one of the pertinent issues that I brought about was the Xolobeni community issue, where we've seen for the last 15 years an Australian company trying to mine over there, but the community itself is saying that they don't want mining to happen over there. Of course, we heard the ruling last year from the North Gauteng High Court, where they did say that any decision to mine has to be taken in consultation with the community. They have to get permission, per se, from the community. So what was surprising that over the last 15 years, we haven't seen much developments over there. It's basically been stagnant.
Yeah.
Nothing has happened. So now Minister Gwede Mantashe has put his head on the block, saying that he will take a decision himself, no matter what outcome that decision might have. But during his tenure as a Minister of Mineral Resources, we will see a decision being taken on the Xolobeni community and the mining that's supposed to happen over there.
It would be interesting to see what the response is from that community and the lawyers that represent them. Thanks very much for that update. Our reporter, Aviwa Mtila, in studio there for us. The 2018 mine safety statistics, 81 fatalities reported in the mining industry. That's for 2018. It is marginally down from 2017, where 90 deaths were recorded. Now, still ahead for you, former police commissioner Kgomotso Pahlane gets 20,000 rand bail. We'll get you an update on that story from our reporter, Leranzu Temba.